What's up, besties? Welcome back to Eat for Life, the only channel where we don't just eat the food, we expose the food. Because listen, I don't know who needs to hear this, but these companies are not putting healthy labels on products because they love you. They're doing it because they love your wallet. And today's episode is about a yogurt brand that has people walking around the grocery store feeling superior, like they holding that cup of yogurt like it's a gym membership. And the brand is Chobani. Chobani is one of the most popular yogurts in America. People love it, people trust it, people recommend it, some people swear by it, and some people treat it like it's automatically healthy just because it's Greek yogurt and it has a clean looking label. But today we're asking the real question. Is Chobani yogurt actually healthy? Or is it just another product with a health halo sitting on a shelf waiting to play in your face? Because bestie, I hate to be the one to tell you. Some of these foods are out here wearing a halo, but secretly acting like a demon in disguise. So today we're breaking down Chobani yogurt, the Eat for Life way. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the how dare they. And yes, we're going to talk about sugar. Because sugar is the reason some of y'all are tired, moody, inflamed, can't focus, craving snacks at midnight, and still wondering why your body refuses to do what you want it to do. But before we get into all that, I have to say this real quick. I'm not a doctor, I'm not your dietitian, and I'm not here to diagnose or treat anything. I'm just here to educate, make you laugh a little bit, and help you understand what you're actually eating. So, as always, make sure you read labels for yourself and check with your healthcare provider if you've got allergies, diabetes, gut issues, or you're feeding this to kids or elders. Now let's get into the truth about Chobani. First of all, Chobani became popular because they helped make Greek yogurt a big thing in America. Greek yogurt is thicker than regular yogurt, usually higher in protein, and depending on the type you get, it can be lower in sugar. And when people hear Greek yogurt, they automatically think healthy. They think weight loss. They think gut health. They think protein. They think I'm about to glow up. But here's the part people don't like to talk about. Not all Greek yogurt is created equal. And not everything that looks healthy is healthy. Because in the yogurt aisle, we're dealing with one of the biggest marketing scams of all time. The I'm healthy because I'm yogurt scam. Because yes, yogurt can be a healthy food, but yogurt can also be dessert in a cup. Yogurt can be a sugar snack. Yogurt can be a product that gives you a quick protein boost while also feeding your cravings and keeping your taste buds addicted. And Chobani has a whole line of products. So when somebody says, I eat Chobani, I'm like, okay, bestie, which one? Because Chobani is not just one type of yogurt. They have plain Greek yogurt, they have flavored Greek yogurt, they have drinkable yogurt, they have their flip yogurts, they have less sugar, they have zero sugar, they have high protein versions. They got yogurt for everybody. And depending on which one you choose, it could either be a good choice or it could be a sneaky situation. So let's start with the part that actually deserves some credit. Chobani's plain Greek yogurt is one of the better options when it comes to ingredients. Plain Greek yogurt is usually simple, high in protein, and low in sugar. And if you're the type of person who can handle plain yogurt, I respect you. Because some people eat plain Greek yogurt like it's nothing. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, this tastes like a health goal. This tastes like discipline. This tastes like I woke up at 6 a.m. on purpose. But plain Greek yogurt is great because it gives you control. You can add your own fruit. You can add cinnamon. You can add honey. You can add chia seeds. You can add walnuts. You can add whatever you want. And the good part is you're not relying on the company to flavor it for you. Because when the company flavors it, that's when the games begin. And this is where we need to talk about sugar. Because sugar is one of the biggest reasons yogurt gets tricky. A lot of people think yogurt is automatically healthy, so they don't check the sugar content. They just grab it, eat it, and keep it moving. And Chobani has some products that are reasonable, but they also have plenty of products that are basically sugar snacks pretending to be breakfast. And this is the part where I need everybody to take a deep breath. Because when we talk about sugar, it's not just about weight gain. Sugar impacts your whole body. Sugar impacts your hormones. Sugar impacts your gut. Sugar impacts inflammation. Sugar impacts energy levels. Sugar impacts mood. And sugar absolutely impacts your brain. And nobody wants to talk about that because people don't want to admit that they're addicted to sugar. They just want to say, I have a sweet tooth. No, bestie. That's not a sweet tooth. That is a sugar dependency. And you're not alone, because sugar is engineered to keep you coming back. Now let's talk about what sugar does to the brain, because this is where it gets real. When you eat sugar, your brain gets a hit of dopamine. That dopamine is the reward chemical. It's the same chemical that lights up when people are doing things that feel pleasurable. And sugar is one of the fastest ways to light up that reward system. So every time you eat something sweet, your brain is like, oh yes, I like that. Give me more. And the more you do it, the more your brain learns that sugar equals comfort. Sugar equals reward. Sugar equals I feel good. And over time, the brain starts craving that dopamine hit. So even if you're not hungry, you start wanting sugar. Even if you just ate, you start wanting something sweet. Even if you're full, you're still looking for dessert. And that's why people can eat a whole meal and still be like, I need something sweet. Because it's not hunger, it's brain chemistry. Your brain is looking for that dopamine reward. And here's the part that makes sugar extra messy. Over time, too much sugar can mess with your ability to focus. It can contribute to brain fog, it can affect memory, it can affect mood. And for some people, it makes anxiety and depression symptoms feel worse, because sugar is not just sweet, it's inflammatory. And inflammation can affect the brain too. Now add that on top of people already being stressed, not sleeping enough, and dealing with life. And now they're using sugar like emotional support. That's why sugar cravings hit harder when you're stressed. That's why people want sweets when they're tired. That's why people want dessert when they're emotional. That's why some people can't go a day without something sweet. It's not just I like cookies, it's your brain chasing dopamine like it's a full-time job. So when you're eating a yogurt that's packed with sugar every day, you might think you're eating healthy. But you might actually be feeding a cycle that's affecting your mood, your cravings, your energy, and your brain. How dare they? And don't let the little yogurt cup fool you either. Because companies love to play this game where they make the portion look small so you don't think it's a big deal. But if you eat that yogurt every day, plus juice, plus snacks, plus cereal, plus coffee sweeteners, now sugar is stacking up like bills. Now your body is constantly dealing with sugar spikes. And those spikes affect your insulin. And insulin affects fat storage. And fat storage affects weight. And sugar crashes affect your energy. And low energy makes people crave more sugar. It's literally a loop. And the worst part is, people are stuck in the loop and don't even know it. Because they think they're eating healthy yogurt. Now let's talk about one of the most popular Chobani products, Chobani Flips. Shaking my head, Chobani Flips are not yogurt. Chobani Flips are a dessert with probiotics. Let's be honest. Because the flip yogurts come with toppings like cookies, chocolate, candy pieces, graham crackers, and all types of sweet crumbs. That's not breakfast. That's a snack pack with a Greek accent. And I'm not saying you can't eat them. I'm saying don't eat them thinking you're doing something amazing for your health. Because that's where the problem is. People eat a Chobani Flip and think, I'm being healthy. No, bestie. You're being marketed to. That's like putting lettuce on a burger and saying it's a salad. That's like deep frying cauliflower and calling it a vegetable cleanse. They think they've got us fooled. We see straight through those lies. Now, one of the biggest reasons people love Greek yogurt is protein. And yes, Greek yogurt can be high in protein. Protein helps you feel full. Protein supports muscle. Protein helps keep cravings down. Protein helps regulate hunger signals. So if you're choosing a high protein yogurt, that can be helpful. But here's what we have to watch out for. Sometimes companies add extra things to make high protein products taste better. Sometimes the ingredients get more complicated. Sometimes the sweeteners get more aggressive. Sometimes it becomes less about nutrition and more about keeping you addicted to the taste. So don't just look at the protein number. Look at the ingredient list too. Because protein doesn't cancel out sugar. Protein doesn't cancel out additives. Protein doesn't cancel out artificial flavors. You can't sprinkle protein on top of a problem and call it wellness. Now let's talk about probiotics. Because people love saying yogurt helps gut health. And yogurt can help gut health for some people. But probiotics aren't magic. And not everyone's gut responds the same way to dairy. Some people thrive with yogurt. Some people get bloated. Some people get gassy. Some people get mucus. Some people get breakouts. Some people have lactose intolerance and don't even know it. And sometimes people think they have gut problems, when really they have a dairy sensitivity. So if you eat Chobani yogurt and you notice bloating, stomach discomfort, mucus, or breakouts, your body might be telling you something, and your body doesn't lie. Now let's talk about kids, because parents love giving kids yogurt. It feels like a healthy snack. It feels convenient. It feels safe. But flavored yogurts can be sneaky. Some of these yogurts are basically sugar cups with cartoon energy. And too much sugar can affect kids in ways people don't connect. It can affect focus. It can affect behavior. It can affect energy. It can affect sleep. And if a child is already eating sugar in cereal, juice, snacks, and desserts, then a sweet yogurt is just adding more fuel to the fire. Now, I'm not here to parent shame anybody because life is hard and kids are picky. I get it. But if you want yogurt to be healthy for kids, the best option is usually plain Greek yogurt with fruit, or plain Greek yogurt with cinnamon, or plain Greek yogurt with a light drizzle of honey if they're old enough. Because if you can control the sweetness, you can control the sugar intake. Now let's talk about elders. Greek yogurt can be really good for elders because it's easy to eat, easy to add protein, and it can support calcium intake. But elders also need to be careful with sugar too, because a lot of elders deal with insulin issues, prediabetes, diabetes, inflammation, and energy crashes. And if an elder is eating sweet yogurt every day, it may not be the best move. Also, some elders don't tolerate dairy well. So again, plain yogurt is usually safer, and checking how the body reacts matters. Now, let's talk about that zero sugar label, because I already know somebody is watching like, but bestie, I get the zero sugar yogurt. I'm good. And you might be. But zero sugar always comes with the next question. What did they replace the sugar with? Because if they replace sugar with artificial sweeteners or sugar alternatives, some people still react. Some people get bloating. Some people get headaches. Some people get cravings. Some people get digestive issues. So it's not about fear. It's about awareness. Because some people do fine with alternative sweeteners, and some people's stomach be like, absolutely not. So again, the best rule is pay attention to your body. Now, one of the biggest scams in the grocery store is front label marketing. Chobani has a clean looking package. Chobani looks premium. Chobani looks like it belongs in a Pilates mom fridge. So people trust it. But you cannot trust the front label. The front label is a salesperson. The ingredient list is the truth. The nutrition label is the truth. And this goes for every food brand. Because companies know people don't read labels. So they put big words on the front. They put natural. They put less sugar. They put high protein. They put gluten-free. They put made with real fruit. Meanwhile, the back label is like, yeah, you're not going to read all this. So if you're trying to choose a Chobani yogurt that actually benefits you, here's the cheat code. If you want the healthiest option, go with plain Greek yogurt and then build it yourself. Add berries, add cinnamon, add chia, add flax, add walnuts, add a drizzle of honey if you need it, add vanilla extract if you want flavor without extra sugar. And if you're somebody who can't handle plain yogurt, I get it. You don't have to suffer, but you should still keep the sugar reasonable, because the goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to stop getting played. Now, some people are using yogurt for weight loss, and yogurt can help with weight loss because the protein helps keep you full. But weight loss doesn't work if you're eating yogurt that's basically dessert, because you're still spiking insulin, you're still feeding sugar cravings, and you're still staying stuck in the snack cycle. So if you want yogurt to help you lean out, stay full, and stop cravings, plain Greek yogurt is the best move. Now let's talk about something people don't think about. Yogurt isn't just yogurt. It's a habit. Some people eat yogurt daily. Some people eat it multiple times a day. Some people eat it as breakfast, snacks, and dessert. So if yogurt is a daily habit for you, then the type you choose matters even more. Because the difference between plain Greek yogurt and sweet flavored yogurt is the difference between building your health or slowly sabotaging it while thinking you're doing good. And I know that sounds dramatic, but bestie, that's literally what's happening to millions of people. Now, I want to make something clear. This video is not here to cancel Chobani, because Chobani isn't the worst yogurt brand on the shelf. There are brands that are way worse. But Chobani is popular. And because it's popular, it deserves a real breakdown. Because when something is popular, that's exactly when people stop thinking. They just follow the crowd. And I don't want y'all getting played. I want you educated. I want you empowered. And I want you in control of what you put in your body. So here's my final truth about Chobani yogurt. Chobani can be healthy, but it depends on which one you buy. If you're buying plain Greek yogurt and building it yourself, you're doing great. If you're buying flavored yogurts, check the sugar. If you're buying the flip yogurts, enjoy it as a dessert snack, not a health food. If you're buying zero sugar, pay attention to how your body reacts. And most importantly, stop letting the front label do the talking. Flip the cup around, read the ingredients, read the sugar, read the protein, and ask yourself, is this actually feeding my body, or is this feeding my cravings? Because the truth is, these companies don't want you informed. They want you addicted. They want you repeating purchases. They want you in that grocery aisle every week, grabbing the same product, trusting the same marketing, and never questioning anything. But we're not doing that over here. Over here, we read labels. Over here, we ask questions. Over here, we expose the food. So if this video helped you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with somebody who thinks every yogurt is healthy. And drop a comment and tell me, are you team plain Greek yogurt? Or do you need flavor or you're not eating it? Because I already know some of y'all are like, bestie, I tried plain Greek yogurt once and almost passed away. And I understand. We can work with that. Thank you for watching, bestie. Eat smart, live better, and I'll see you in the next video. Now, bestie, before you go, let's make this even juicier because I already know what's about to happen. Somebody is going to watch this whole video about Chobani and then say, okay, but if Chobani is questionable sometimes, what yogurt am I supposed to eat then? And that's a fair question because the yogurt aisle is basically a wellness casino. Every label is flashing bright lights like, I'm healthy, I'm low sugar, I'm high protein, I'm good for your gut. And the average person is standing there confused, hungry, overstimulated, and ready to grab the first thing that looks safe. So let's compare some of the most popular yogurt brands and talk about what's really going on. And let me say this up front so nobody gets sensitive in the comments. This isn't about this brand is evil and this brand is perfect. This is about helping you understand the patterns because yogurt companies all do the same thing. They take a simple food and then they start remixing it like a DJ. Sugar here, flavoring there, sweeteners over there, cookie crumbs on top. And then they market it like it's health. How dare they? So let's start with one of Chobani's biggest competitors, Oikos. Now, Oikos is the protein gym bro of yogurts. Oikos be walking into the yogurt aisle like, do you even lift? Oikos is popular because it's Greek yogurt. It's known for protein, and they market it heavy to people trying to lose weight, build muscle, or stay full. And to be fair, some Oikos products are actually good choices, especially the ones that are higher protein and lower sugar. But just like Chobani, you have to watch the flavors. Because once you get into flavored yogurt territory, that sugar starts creeping up like an uninvited guest. And bestie, sugar is sneaky. It doesn't come with an alarm. It doesn't come with a warning label like cigarettes. It just sits there smiling like, hey bestie, I'm just a little sweetness. And then next thing you know, you're eating sugar for breakfast every day and wondering why you're exhausted by 1 p.m. So Oikos can be a good option, especially if you need higher protein. But the best versions are still usually the plain ones or the lower sugar ones. Now let's talk about Siggi's. Siggi's is that yogurt that makes people feel fancy. Siggi's has that clean, minimalist packaging that screams, I shop at Whole Foods. Siggi's is usually marketed as Icelandic-style yogurt, also known as skyr. It's thick, it's high protein, and many of their options are lower sugar compared to a lot of mainstream yogurts. Now, I'm not going to lie. Siggi's usually has better options overall than some of the super sugary brands, but that doesn't mean you stop reading labels. Because, bestie, I need y'all to understand something. Even the healthy brands have flavors that can stack up sugar. Even the premium brands still have sweetened versions. Even the clean girl yogurt can still be out here playing games. But if you're someone who wants a yogurt that's generally higher protein and tends to have less sugar in many versions, Siggi's is one of the better picks for a lot of people. especially if your goal is cutting sugar but still enjoying something that tastes good. Now let's move on to Activia. Activia is the yogurt brand that is basically built on one word: probiotics. Activia has been marketed for years like it's the gut health solution. Like if you eat Activia, your stomach is going to start clapping for you. Now listen, Activia is popular for digestion support, and some people do feel like it helps them. But we still have to talk about what comes with it, because a lot of Activia flavors have sugar in them too. And bestie, I don't care how many probiotics are in there. If you're eating sugary yogurt every day, you might be helping one part of your gut while aggravating another part, because high sugar intake can mess with gut balance too. So don't let probiotic become the excuse for ignoring sugar, because some people will say, well, it's good for your gut. Meanwhile, they eating 15 grams of sugar at 7:30 inches the morning, and then they wonder why they crash by lunchtime. And here's something else people don't always think about. If you truly want better gut health, yogurt alone is not enough. You also need fiber. You need water. You need sleep. You need stress management. You need real food. Because some people out here drinking coffee, eating stress, sleeping 4 hours, and then trying to fix their gut with one little cup of yogurt. And I love you, bestie. But that's not how life works. So Activia may help some people, but you still have to choose wisely. Now let's talk about the OG yogurt that a lot of people grew up on, Yoplait. Yoplait is the childhood yogurt. It's the mom packed it in the lunchbox yogurt. It's the I used to eat this after school yogurt. But bestie, Yoplait is also one of the brands that can be very high sugar depending on the type. And that's why Yoplait is one of those yogurts that taste like dessert, because it basically is. Some Yoplait flavors taste like strawberry cheesecake, blueberry pie, vanilla cupcakes, and I'm like, yeah, because that's not yogurt. That's a sweet treat with dairy. Now, if you grew up eating it, you might love it. And I'm not here to take away your childhood. But if you're eating it now, trying to be healthy, trying to lose weight, trying to get your gut together, Yoplait is one of those brands you need to check. Because it's easy to rack up a lot of added sugar without realizing it. And once again, sugar affects the brain. Because I need y'all to understand why it's hard to stop eating sugary yogurts once you start. The brain learns that sweet yogurt equals pleasure. Sweet yogurt becomes a dopamine hit, and you keep wanting the dopamine, so you keep buying it. That's why people get stuck in the same food habits for years. Because it's not just taste, it's the brain reward system. So if you're trying to break the sugar cycle, Yoplait might not be the easiest brand to work with unless you're choosing very carefully. Now, let's talk about Dannon. Dannon is another major brand with a million types. Dannon has some products that are more old school. They have some that are marketed for kids. They have some that are marketed as low calorie. They have some that are marketed as high protein. It's like Dannon looked at the yogurt aisle and said, we want to be everybody. Now with Dannon, it's the same thing. Some versions are better than others, but a lot of the flavored ones can get sugary real fast. And then we have Dannon Light and Fit. Now, Light and Fit is super popular with people trying to lose weight, especially because it's marketed as lower calorie, lighter, and diet friendly. And bestie, let me explain something. Diet friendly doesn't always mean body friendly, because a lot of diet foods are sweetened in ways that keep your cravings alive. So you might be eating low calories, but still training your brain to need sweet taste all the time. And when your brain stays addicted to sweet, you keep struggling with cravings, you keep struggling with snacks, you keep struggling with wanting dessert after everything, because your taste buds never get a break. So some people use Light and Fit and it helps them stay in a calorie deficit. And if that works for you, cool. But long term, I still tell people, if you can train yourself toward plain yogurt and sweeten it naturally, you'll probably feel better overall, because you're not relying on that diet dessert pattern. Now let's put these brands into categories so this makes sense. If you are someone trying to choose yogurt based on goals, here's what to look at. If your goal is higher protein and staying full, Greek yogurt and Skyr styles are usually better. That's where Chobani, Oikos, and Siggi's come in. If your goal is gut health, probiotics can help, but you still need to watch sugar. That's where some people choose Activia. But again, don't use probiotics as a sugar excuse. If your goal is something sweet and nostalgic, that's where brands like Yoplait and some Dannon flavors hit. But those are usually the ones where sugar is doing the most. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake people make with yogurt. People pick yogurt based on taste only. They don't pick it based on sugar, protein, ingredients, how their stomach reacts, or how often they're eating it. Because, bestie, if you eat yogurt once in a while, it's not a big deal. But if you're eating yogurt every day, that yogurt becomes a daily pattern. And daily patterns create your health, not your once in a while choices. And here's the second mistake people make. They think the yogurt is healthy because it says Greek. And yes, Greek yogurt can be great, but Greek yogurt can still be flavored heavily. Greek yogurt can still have added sugars. Greek yogurt can still be sweet enough to keep you addicted. So don't let the word Greek seduce you. Now here's the third mistake people make. They assume low fat is always better. Listen, bestie, I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of low-fat yogurts taste good because they added sugar or sweetener. Because when you remove fat, you remove flavor and satisfaction. So they add sweetness, and sweetness keeps you coming back. And we're not getting played over here. So if you want a yogurt that actually supports your health, here's my Eat for Life grocery store cheat code. First, decide if you can handle plain yogurt. If you can, you are winning. Plain Greek yogurt is one of the best bases you can have. Then add your own flavor. That's where you control the sugar. Add berries, add cinnamon, add vanilla extract, add a drizzle of honey if you need it, add walnuts, add chia seeds, add flax. Now, if you can't do plain yogurt, that's okay. But choose the flavored options with the lowest sugar. And don't eat sugary yogurt every single day. Because remember, your brain is listening. Your brain is learning your patterns. If your brain learns sweet yogurt is the daily comfort, you're going to crave sweet foods daily. But if you slowly train your taste buds back toward less sugar, you'll start enjoying natural sweetness again. Fruit will taste sweeter. Honey will taste stronger. And you won't need the extra sweetness to feel satisfied. And bestie, that's the real glow up. Not just losing weight, not just eating healthy, but breaking the craving cycle. Now here's the final period.